Tidbits from TNT, Tuesday, November 26, 2024. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. House of Representatives votes to extend legislative term for 1 month. The House of Representatives voted today, Tuesday, to extend its legislative term for 1 month. Today, Tuesday, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mahmoud al-Mashadani, opened the 17th session with the attendance of 168 representatives. Tishwash. Al-Alaq. The monetary situation in Iraq is excellent and our reserves support the stability of the exchange rate. The governor of the central bank, Ali al-Alaq, confirmed today, Monday, that the monetary situation in Iraq is very excellent. Noting that, the increase in the volume of reserves enables us to support the exchange rate and achieve monetary stability. Al-Alaq added in a press statement that the central bank is distinguished by its ability to respond to providing the country's needs for currency, indicating that foreign transfers for trade purposes are proceeding smoothly after the implementation of the new system. Al-Alaq revealed that the central bank will launch a new mechanism for travel or treatment transfers next year, stressing that there are agreements with 4 companies to launch a new mechanism for travel or treatment transfers. Tishwash. Talk about fair prices for oil. Meeting between al-Sudani, Russian Prime Minister and Saudi Energy Minister. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani held a joint meeting with the Russian Deputy Prime Minister and the Saudi Minister of Energy to discuss the energy market situation. According to a statement issued by al-Sudani's media office, a copy of which was received by Al-Jabal, Mohammed Shia al-Sudani held a joint meeting with Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak and Saudi Arabia's Minister of Energy Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman Al Saud. The meeting witnessed discussions on the conditions of global energy markets and matters related to the production of crude oil, its flow to markets, and meeting demand. He added, the importance of maintaining stability, balance and fair prices was emphasized, while emphasizing the vital role played by the OPEC Plus group in this regard. Tishwash. Al-Sudani. Iraq must always be at the forefront, Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani said today, Sunday, November 24, 2024, that Iraq must always be at the forefront. Al-Sudani participated in the memorial ceremony held by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs today, Sunday, on the occasion of the centenary of the establishment of the ministry. In his speech at the ceremony, al-Sudani congratulated the centenary of the founding, which occurred in 1924, and the launch of diplomatic work for the modern Iraqi state, and the transition of the country, after independence and joining the League of Nations, to become an effective international and regional pillar among nations. Al-Sudani reiterated the government's keenness since the beginning of its work to pay great attention to foreign affairs and its institutions based on our country's supreme national interests and constitutional constants, stressing the need to prepare a new generation of young diplomats who believe in the new democratic political system, and this matter will receive the support and attention of the government. He touched on the humanitarian efforts that Iraq provided to the Palestinian and Lebanese brothers, in addition to the political and diplomatic efforts to prevent the war from spreading and expanding. Al-Sudani said in the most prominent part of his speech during the foreign ministry ceremony, Iraq is one of the most prominent founding members of the United Nations and its subsidiary organizations, which gave it an international presence and a focal point in many of the pivotal events in the history of the region. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has maintained the spirit of diplomatic work and its basic traditions. Iraq suffered from isolation due to the policies of the former dictatorial regime, and quickly regained its centrality and position after 2003. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs was able to perform its national role, which expressed in a distinctive way the new Iraq and contributed to peace, security and openness to all. We established an important and fixed principle that we called productive diplomacy, to be the basis of our foreign work. Our standard in drawing up relations with the countries of the world is to adopt the principle of partnership and bilateral relations based on equality and management of interests, in a way that guarantees Iraq its rights, independence of decision, and sovereignty. At the beginning of the government, we focused on strengthening relations with countries in the region and the world, and we hosted many international events. We launched the Vital Development Road Project, which represents an Iraqi diplomatic message before it is an economic one. We have recalled the role of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to end the mission of the international coalition and organize relations with its countries on a comprehensive bilateral basis. The Strategic Framework Agreement to regulate relations with the United States of America has been revived. We are proud of our government's achievement in completing the political and institutional construction of the state. We agreed to end the UN political mission of UNAMI and continue working with the specialized UN agencies. Iraq has become, by the United Nations recognition, a country that has fulfilled all the conditions for democratic, political and developmental transformation. Iraq called early on to intensify efforts to end the war in Palestine and Lebanon, protect civilians, and work to prevent the war from expanding. The Zionist entity threatened Iraq with flimsy pretexts that reveal its aggressive intentions, which required us to emphasize not to make Iraq a launching pad for any attack. We directed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to follow up on the Zionist threat file in international forums to prevent the entity's attempts to ignite war in the region further. The International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants against the entity's Prime Minister and former Defense Minister, which confirms the entity and its lead is aggressive in criminal behavior. Our diplomatic missions are called upon to play an active role in clarifying the Iraqi position, which preserves its principles and guarantees the supreme interests of the country. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: dinarrecaps.com